Welcome to a Cosmic Crone conversation with me, Tina.
And me, Marie.
And today, this is our fourth part in our series of the elements. We are doing Earth today and the Earth spirits.
Yeah. Here up in Kilikaya, in the mountains of Kyrenia in northern Cyprus, we are at Yappy Valley. We've always been a location podcast because we haven't got a studio.
And if you notice, we're a bit like the Batman scenes when the baddies, we're on a slant because we're on a hill.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're a wee bit wonky.
And we're just in front of the fairy ring.
Yeah, I'll show you it later.
Oh, and the fairy ring.
Yeah, because we're doing Earth.
So I couldn't resist it. Yeah, so we'll put a description in any of the stuff that we write for donations for Yappy Valley as well. And we've had the dogs out this morning. Just want to give you a little bit of background because they're on the earth as well. They've been kicking it up and giving it large. So yeah, should we crack on?
Yeah. Let's talk about Earth spirits first.
Let's talk about Earth spirits.
There's dryads, which I think would come into the section of like gnomes. I'm not sure where fairies come into it, but it would be gnomes and trolls. And gnomes are not the gnomes that you think that you see with the silly little hats and the beards, you know, the little garden ornaments. Yeah, that is not what a real gnome looks like. They're more of a well, they are earth spirits, and they're here to protect the earth. You also get stone beings. Yes, we have a bit going on. Stone beings.
Stone
beings. And there's also dwarfs. And when you think of it, the dwarfs are the Norse version, I think.
Is that where we get the garden gnomes from?
Yeah, but I don't know where the whimsical, it's like Santa Claus, isn't it? Where the whimsical red hat and the beard and everything come from. I think that's just like invented.
Commercial.
To make it, to make it fun.
Palatable.
But when you look at dwarfs, you look at Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the dwarfs lived underground. And the dwarfs in the Snow White story are taken from the earth spirits because they live in a cave, don't they, underground. They go mining and that's what they do underground. So I think that's where that Snow White story comes from. But, you know, the originals, the gnomes themselves and the trolls, I did, I don't know if I told you, I went to a fairy... not a fairy, a workshop that was like fairies, and the funny thing was we all sort of laid in a circle and did this spiritual thing to see what type of fairy we were, and I was a bit disappointed because I was a troll.
Right.
But funny enough, when you look like Capricorn, if you are using astrology, Capricorn, I'm a Capricorn, is an earth sign. You're an earth sign, I think you said.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Virgo.
Yeah, so me being a troll connects with the earth, which was interesting. And they are like hermits, they are lone creatures. I don't think they get on very well with the fairies. They're not all loving, and they're protectors.
Yeah, but fairies, not all fairies are nice.
No, fairies are not. No, they're definitely not. No, don't diss the fairies. We did a podcast on that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go back and have a look. It's very early on in the series.
But stone beings as well. I think it's like when we was talking about in the trees. You can see that. I'm looking at our tree there. You can see in like say a giant rock. You sometimes see the faces, don't you, in the rocks?
Jesus, that's really weird. I was getting rid of some photos yesterday, and I thought, well, I could see it. Nobody else can see it. I ain't gonna keep it on my phone. Remember the dog?
Yeah.
I've seen the dog in the rock.
Yeah. I know you do see things. There's a name for it. Like you see animals in the clouds and
Mentally ill.
But that's
No,
how they.
I am, by the way.
That's that they live within the rock. They're not three-dimensional, are they? They can come in and out of realities.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
What
what do you mean?
dimensions.
What do you mean, like morphine?
Yeah, so they can, go within an object.
Yeah.
Us, we'd hit a tree and bang our head. They would go through it. They
Harry
would be
Potter
part
didn't.
of it.
No, he didn't. 12 3/4. Straight
Yeah.
through.
All right then. All right.
I'm in one of them moods today, so yeah. But the thing is, like, so people, when you're considering using earth within spells or within spirituality, what are you doing? Are you asking the earth? Are you asking the gnomes? Are you asking the fairies?
Yeah. Well, you ask what you want. I ask for the spirits of earth, which is all of them, I guess, isn't it? In general, if I wanted to pick out one in particular, then I would. If I wanted to use a dwarf for something underground, what might be interesting if you could, because we haven't got water here. Now, I was thinking about digging a well.
Which
Obviously,
means
that's
the land,
yeah,
not the country.
yeah, water for a well myself. But then, you're calling on water spirits, but you're also calling on the earth, which would be like the dwarfs underground.
Right.
So you could call upon them. I could actually do that and find out if I can find a water source.
What about divining?
underground. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're going into water then, so.
No, but
Yeah.
you'd be using the elements together, earth and water, wouldn't you? So you would be going
And
into
ask
water.
the dwarfs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's something I could do actually. Thinking about that.
And would you do it barefoot?
Not here, no. Because of them things that.
Worth asking.
I love being barefoot. I miss the English grass.
Yeah.
I do, the soft grass. We do have some kind of grass here, but it's so hard to grow because of the
It's
dry
usually plastic.
climate.
In some
But it's like a
places.
soft, spongy carpet when you
is.
have got it,
It
and
is,
it's
actually.
grown. It doesn't really grow natural here. And the thing is, you get these plants that are when the
Excuse me.
seeds come off and they dry, they're just like little spiky balls, and they're nasty. They get into your shoes.
Yeah. So you'd have to maybe wear something, and I'm being specific about this for a reason. Maybe wear something that was a bit lighter on your foot. I don't know.
If I'm doing a spell or I'm doing grinding work, then yeah, I take my shoes off. But like where I am now with my feet, I would swish the ground, clear it so that I can put my feet safely on the ground.
Basically, it's quite a sensory experience, isn't it? Using another part of your body. You get me? Like you do things with your hand, touch, feel, but you also do it obviously with any part of your body. But with your feet, it's quite sensitive, isn't it? And I just wondered if that would help illuminate where the well could be. Being at one with
Oh, you're still
earth.
talking about wells, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, but that's I'm just giving an example. So what would you use in the spell for protection?
Yeah, grounding.
Yeah.
And always coming back to the tarot and the elements there. Earth, I say, is in the east. E for E. Some people don't.
It's in the
it's all
north.
your own thing. But to be honest,
Everything's in the north,
The
ain't it?
earth is the earth. There's no north. Why is there a north, east, south, and west for any element? I don't understand. Because
for
the
elements.
earth is a ball in space. What would an earth spirit? I can't get the connection. So if I don't feel something's right, then I do it my way. I don't think there's any rules with anything. I don't like it when people, this is this, you must do it this way, and you must say this, or you must do that. No, you do it how you feel is right.
I think you have to follow. Maybe you have to follow some instructions, because if you're doing something and the intentions are not clear, you haven't brought what's the word, gifts. Would you say that's a rule, or would you say that's something that you can or maybe not do?
I think it's like common
I think
courtesy.
it's being respectful,
and
isn't it?
Exactly. It's like as a human being, you say please and thank you.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you say please and thank you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I do get where people are doing stuff that I'm not, I don't want to say rules and regulations. Do you know what I mean? Or things to follow. I think sometimes you need a guide. Somebody go, oh, where would I start? What would I do? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I think you need guidance. But I think sometimes if you don't take things as natural as they are, if you don't become whatever it is you want to be, I think it becomes quite false. Don't you? It's like, you know, like if I got, hang on, let me get this. Right, just grab some soil, right? It's not really soil. What I've grabbed is a layer of olive leaves. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go. Olive leaves. And what do we do with olive leaves?
Burn them.
We burn them. Do you know the one thing I would say that we haven't brought up yet, which I always go into? People say in spells to use graveyard dirt.
Okay.
I'm not au fait.
That would be good quality dirt.
It would, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
because
Yeah, and you can laugh,
rotting-
but it would be.
anything rotting is how you make fertiliser.
This is where we're going into what we were talking about the other day. Now, the thing is, be respectful, for God's sake. God, please. Do you know what I mean? Graveyard dirt. Oh, I'm just going to get some. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not even going to go there because I just don't. I don't know enough about it, what it's for. I don't. So I'm not going to encourage anybody to do that. But look it up. Like we are a one-stop shop of go and have a look for yourself. Yeah. Coming back to like graveyards, we were talking the other day, and I've always thought about I want to be cremated, you know. But here in northern Cyprus, everybody's buried.
And you're not buried in a coffin, you're just wrapped because of Muslim. Unless you want to be buried in a coffin, which here it's not like the posh wooden stuff you get in England. It's just a basic box. I've got one down the bottom with my dog food in it.
You have actually, yeah. That's a long story.
Yeah.
What I'm getting at is the fact that I said all that, and you said you were feeling that at one time, but you've changed your mind because of what you've just said, innit?
I've buried enough dogs here to realise that, yeah, you become part of the earth, and there's a lot of things now like that in England where you can be buried and then they plant a tree. You're just buried in a box or whatever. You know, there's biodegradable. That's the point. You rot quicker and you rot into the ground and you feed the plants.
And you become the earth.
You're again back to part of the earth.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be like down in the dumps. This is something that if you are working with earth, it would be I mean, you might get some earth from somewhere or in your garden. You ain't got a clue where that's come from. Do you know the one thing I never really thought about? Can you purify dirt?
What do you mean purify it?
Because you don't know what's been on it. You don't know what's been
clean
in it. Yeah.
You well, no, because part of a good earth is the bacteria in it.
Yeah.
To kill all the bacteria, you're left with something that's worth nothing.
So you could work with that earth to bring the badness out. Like this is what I wrote it down about. You know that I said about here working with the earth. Oh, that was it. And asking permission. It was about asking permission, and there's because there's been so many people on this island that have come and gone, let's say, you know, there was one thing I wrote, so I don't know if you want to take this. Right, this is for you with thanks. So I'm offering, say, I don't know, actually I offered an apple once. Do you know, half an apple? I had half, that had half, whatever. this
into
is
the earth.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. This is for you with thanks for all that lives here, for all that has lived here. May we be in good relation.
That's nice. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you can. I mean, as representations of earth, if you're doing a spell, you can use salt,
Yes.
earth salt, obviously, not sea salt. You can use crystals, rocks. Anything
rocks.
yeah.
Absolutely
Represent.
love rocks. You talk about the castle.
Castle rocks.
No, the castle. When you touched it, you touch the soil. You feel things.
Oh, the stone walls. Well, the natural. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can feel history in a stone wall if you do something like. Have we done psychometry on a podcast?
We did a little bit.
Did we? Yeah. Psychometry. When you pick up something.
Oh, that was.
Literally, like you can pick up a rock or pick up a piece of wood.
So I'm
and
saying.
Feel where it's come from and feel who's trodden on it or walked past it, a tree stump, a tree thing, where it's grown and what type of tree it is.
Yes,
You can practice.
That's
with
why I'm
things
making
like
a segue into when you may be talking to spirits and then suddenly there's a change in the weather because of what you're asking. I'm not going into detail. Light might change. Weather,
so knowing, I mean,
insects, birds,
the presence of the earth spirits. You're saying,
yeah.
So knowing that they're around you, yeah.
You know what I mean? I know you said about like I'm making you talk
Seeing,
about the what's it, but I'm talking about feeling.
Yeah,
that's what I was.
Yeah,
it's hard, isn't it? Segue, you know, into knowing.
It's sensing it,
yeah,
picking up.
That's it. I couldn't.
Yeah, to know, you know, if your feet are on the ground, that you can feel. You might feel something underneath your feet.
Yeah.
You know, something like that.
There's
to
places
that the spirits are there.
In Stoke in the UK, Summit Gardens.
Oh, yeah,
it's gone out. It's gone out my head where it was. Anyway, they do a sensory walk. Now that is, if you have sight and hearing, best to put some things in your ears and blindfold and feel how different the world is underneath your feet, without shoes, without anything. So you've really become one. So you do feel, you can't put your hands in fire. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The difference. You can put your hand in water, you can put your hand in air,
and you can do binding spells with clay. Clay is from the earth, obviously. You can do spell jars with bones, skulls, plants.
Yeah.
I would say, like, representation colour wise would be greens and browns, earthy colours, autumn colours.
Yeah. There's
all
all
colours.
all sorts of things.
Just as a thank you, you can look after the plants around you. I mean, you should be doing it anyway, but you know, potted plants if you've got them.
That makes me smile.
What plants?
What you said about potted plants.
Looking after them.
Because I think you do yourself a lot of good.
Talk to their plants. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, when Grandad used to go down to the greenhouse. Where's Ike? Oh, he's in the greenhouse. Yeah, because he was having some peace and quiet, and he was being at one. Oh, with nature.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Behind us, I've got an aloe vera, and I've really tried to grow it here, and it just died.
This is it. This is it.
Different
because
ground.
Different soils.
We're up in the mountains. It's very rocky. It's very dry, and the only plants that do grow here is the wild thyme, which the smell is just divine.
Beautiful.
The pine trees and the olive and carob, and there's another plant that I can never remember the name of. I don't know the English name, where the people cut it and the resin, they burn the resin, and it smells like frankincense. It's beautiful.
You told me it's gone.
That's it.
What about using the earth to build your home?
Earth homes, earth ships they call them, don't they?
Earth ships?
Yeah, that's what they call them, earth ships.
Yeah.
So you think the earth is alive? You know, spiritual people call the earth Gaia. don't they? She has a name, Mother Earth,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So we are accepting that the Earth is a female.
Again. No, everything seems to be, but that's,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, I wrote down, because I do bullet points and I have to. You know that, everybody who listens and watches. Right. What about the minerals that we have? The natural minerals.
Yeah, and crystals grow out of the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You've got different soil elements, because when you look by the beach, you've got sand.
yeah.
Like we're saying here, it is quite sand, but you do get a clay earth, don't you?
Yeah. Do you think, before I get on, like, so some of us are depleting it, aren't they, of oil, coal, gas?
You mean like fossil fuels?
It's like, you know,
Drilling holes, yeah. And obviously the spirits are not happy.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you're doing something with any sort of ritual, meditation, spells, whatever, with the earth, I think you've got to convince it you're not there for bad.
And you know, important as well, I think, is healing, to heal the earth. Do some healing meditation to heal the earth.
When you said, what did you say about, did you say mental? No, I've written down mental stability.
I would say stability and grounding.
Yeah.
And the thing is, grounding, something else I wanted to say that I'm not sure I said in the other ones. Years ago, when I was literally like high as a kite without drugs, because I wasn't grounded, I was just so out there, I wasn't grounded, and I've had to force myself to be grounded. And now I feel less spiritual, and I know
Less?
yeah, I feel my connection has gone, because I was so high up there. Literally, I was living every single minute of every day on another planet,
Right.
just literally all day long. And
Is that where they're saying
sent
what
me
planet you on?
It did send me bonkers. And learning to ground now, I've forcefully grounded myself, because I need material wealth. And I believe with me, with a balance, it's good to have a balance, to have a bit of both. But I feel like I'm it's a Capricorn thing as well, you know, and I don't even believe in astrology as such.
Yeah, because I find it hard, you know, when you say about astrology, I want you to carry on with what you're saying. It's just that, you know, when you say, well, some of us are not this and not that, so you firmly believe you're a Capricorn. Do you understand?
Some of the things that we are obsessive,
right,
in
oh
things,
God, yeah,
you know.
Oh, you are.
Yeah,
yes.
But I've got a bit of autism, so that comes into play. But I feel like I have to constantly ground myself just to get money, whether it's to get donations for the charity, whether to get me next meal tomorrow, because I've always been without. Even though, like, you know, if I've asked for stuff, without the grounding, for me, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And I feel like now I'm less connected with up there, or out there, if you want to say it, but I can't have both. So I just want to stay in the place where I'm grounded, because I need that constant flow, and I need an overflow of it. Not just a balance to live day to day, because of what we do.
Yeah.
It's a constant worry about money. And
would you say that's come with age?
What?
Your ground, like, experience, like, say if you...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Your experience, Right, I'm trying to say is, if anybody's listening or watching and go, yeah, I feel this and I feel that, and I've got this going on, and I can feel this, and you're saying you had to come away from that feeling?
Had to bring myself right down to earth.
Maybe some others might have to.
Do you know what I used to do? I used to, when I would be connecting in meditation, I would completely, and I still do, I will disconnect from the earth, bring my roots up from my feet, you know, upwards towards my feet. So unroot myself from the earth in a sense, and then take my, you know, higher self back up there and completely disconnect to get into a headspace where I want to connect with the dead or aliens or whatever. And then afterwards I would come back down and reroute myself back into the earth. But yeah, I like really have to disconnect to the earth.
That sounds like you've had to come away from what is solidly around you because it doesn't serve you. You need something else, a higher self. Because we're talking about the earth, connecting, being one with it, and you're talking about taking yourself
disconnecting, yeah, and then having to reconnect to go with everyday life, because we are on this 3D planet.
Yeah.
So you need to be grounded to get on.
Yeah, I was. You know, I'm not attacking
yeah.
it. I'm saying it so it's like simplified. Yes, do your grounding. Put your feet on the ground. Think that from your feet the roots are going into the ground.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel that they've only just gone in a bit. I don't think I'm connected whatsoever.
So yeah, if you're asking for abundance, you need that. If you're asking for grounding, you know, when I say grounding, it's like you need to have a straight head, straight thinking, clear thinking. It's all covered in the earth.
I know it's covered in the earth. I haven't bothered getting it off.
Yeah, if you know, you need some straight answers, you need some straightforward ideas, plans that are practical. That's what earth is about. Practicality.
Yeah, forgive me.
Yeah.
For trying, this is like, that's what I'm trying to get at, because you and me, I basically I just sit there. Remember, we've got the beaches. People might be very lucky. The mountains. I think some areas give you different forms of, how can I say, different forms of grounding, different forms of strength. Oh yeah, altars. So you bring, like, I would bring stones. People can use crystals within their earth spells as well.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. And what else? Wood.
Yes, anything from earth. Even
anything that
a live plant.
I was struggling because
seeds are another thing.
See, people say earth altars, fire altars, water altars, air altars. I get it. Why don't you just make a universal altar?
Yeah, of all 4 elements. That's why I use all 4 elements.
And I do.
Mostly.
I do anyway.
Yeah.
I do. But I was being specific in other of the podcast because maybe that's what people want, to just work with fire. They might just want to work with air or be at one with air. You know what I mean? But I think my altar is I think your altar's here.
Yeah.
Well,
I've got the fairy ring behind, and I've got a painted tile that I painted of a earth spirit, and I just call him the Watcher, and he watches over the land.
Out of all the elements, what would you say that you use the most?
Earth, because earth is me. I love the sea, but I love the earth and I love the forest. Oh, well, I'm living in a mountain. What more can I say? Overlooking the sea. But it's
with
just being, the earth to me is nature. I know the sea is nature, but to me, the earth is...
The earth is different environments as well. Environments.
You've got the desert. Yeah. You've got desert sand, you've got sea sand.
You've got concrete jungles, and then you've got the Licky Hills Country Park.
Where's that?
In on the verge of Worcester and Bromsgrove and Birmingham. Licky Hills, go and have a look at it. They had bonfires and went from one beacon to another. That was a ritual as well. There's your fire, there's your air. Do you know what I mean? Everything's together on that one. But I was going to say environments, how you feel and touch. your environment is very important, and whatever spells you make, you know, make them with your intentions. You know,
You know, like misinterpreting as well.
oh, go on.
Well, grounding, that chakra business with the colours, it's all a load of rubbish, because they say grounding is red. How on earth would grounding be red? To me, grounding would be the natural earth colours of browns and greens, like I said.
Yeah.
Not bright red. So I would imagine when I'm grounding, nothing to do with red whatsoever, but the browns of tree roots going into the ground.
Yes, wouldn't red.
Yes, it's.
I don't
don't agree with the chakra colours whatsoever.
And they're made up
They are made up, yeah.
just to make you look like you're part of the
You've only got to look
LGBTQ
around
community,
you.
innit?
You've only got to look around you. Look here. What do you see? You see greens and browns. You might see a few flower, you know, in the spring and that colours, but the evergreens, that's what pine trees and olive trees, they are evergreen. In England we have trees where they lose all the leaves and then they're just twigs in the
Or
winter.
their leaves change colour.
And they fall off.
And
Here,
come on,
no,
I'll give
they
it
are
you. In
evergreen.
autumn there are red, orangey leaves,
Yeah.
but that isn't.
No.
It's only one
brown.
part.
Yeah.
One part of the year.
And that's when they're dead.
I
You
don't
know,
know.
like as far as like putting your feet on the ground, sit on the ground, put your bum on the ground, and imagine your
That's what
bum
I've been saying all the way
going
through.
in.
Touch it, sit on it.
Yeah, sit on it. You know, if you're meditating, put your bum on the
Offerings
ground.
of milk as well, flowers, bread, songs.
Ah, yeah. So was air though, because air's communication and it's
Yeah, it doesn't mean
carried on
one
the
can't
wind,
have
but
and one can
yeah.
have.
Well, you sing to your plants, like we said.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I see the difference in people using soil, digging trenches to plant their veggies. I've got one. When I see people using the soil, digging trenches to put stuff in, seeds in, you've just connected yourself, ain't you, to the earth. Burying coins as well in rituals.
I have actually. I have give money to the Greek gods by coins. Actually, in my fairy ring, I've got like a water feature thing that I think I've got coins. So going back to tarot with the pentacles or the coins,
Oh yeah.
which are the earth, yeah, with that connection. When you think about, we was talking about burying the earth, and when you look at the Ace of Coin card itself, the ace is the seed. And I think on many cards, I think on our cards, the hand comes out from the ground with the coin. So it is like you're connecting the earth with abundance.
The earth
and it's
is a very expensive commodity, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, buying
I think
land,
the pennies just dropped
yeah.
there.
I mean, do you really ever own your land? You know, it's part of earth. You've paid the government, or you've paid someone. Originally, it's come from a government, isn't it? That you've claimed right to this land.
You've leased it, or freehold, or
yeah. So you've got a responsibility to look after it.
Yeah. When you buy a house on a piece of land, you know, that is your responsibility. I like to think it's land that you've bought like for crops or, you know, for good.
I mean, that fairy ring, that was there when I came.
It was.
And I left it be. I thought, I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to add to it. So
Yeah,
some
it wasn't
of the rocks,
it didn't have a thing in it saying fairy ring. It
no,
was just
it
a
was
ring.
the natural formation of, and you could tell they've been there for many years because they're sort of semi-buried. Some of them you'd never get out of the ground, and some of them weigh a ton. And there was like plants growing around the edge. So yes, I wasn't going to touch that, and I've added to it, like I said, and I've still got to clean it, tidy it. I tried to add an aloe vera, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. But I'll try something else.
Yeah, I mean, some people have said that when volcanoes erupt, it's the earth going, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? No, I
Yeah.
mean like when natural disasters happen.
Yeah.
I said natural.
Yeah.
You know, when disasters happen. But sometimes we are very, very guilty as a human race of absolutely and really making it not as sacred as it should be.
Yeah, when you're looking at these companies like CERN, that they are experimenting with the weather and stuff, and they are doing things that it shouldn't be doing, and they probably are causing earthquakes.
Yeah.
And tsunamis and who knows what.
The earth sort of meant to me, I thought, what does it mean to me? And I literally just put these down. I put life, death, transformation, renewal, fertility, decay, and a source of life. Yeah. So, earthlings, it's been lovely having time with you. And remember, when you're working with any of the elements, and the fifth one being spirit, think carefully about what they can bring to you and what you can bring to them, and how they work together. And I know this sounds so hippie, but to make the world a better place, make it a better place for you. From Kilikaya in the Kyrenia Mountains, well, remember, all this is about our experiences. So we're going to go and play in the fairy ring.
Yeah, I'm going to get up now and show you the fairy ring.
Right, take care, see you soon. Goodbye from me, Marie.
And it's hang on a minute from me, Tina. So this is my watcher that I painted, and this is the fairy ring that was pretty much already here, with some gifted little sign there, and a solar light that I put there, and I've got my 4 elements in place. Mostly there's a water feature that I use for water. Yeah, I use incense over there for air. I've got a small tin, obviously, because of fires. And the earth, I do bring salt or crystals, or I use the rocks on the floor. And we have some lovely wild thyme there. And yeah, for those that can see, that is the fairy ring. And I will leave you at that, and cue outro.